Hey, what's up you guys, it is Forger and welcome back to another video, and we are here on the All the Mods 9 pack, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this contraption behind me. This is my automatic armor swapper equipper thing, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You see I just step on this pressure plate and it swaps out my armor for me like so. So before we get building it, let's go over some of the stuff you're going to need to construct this thing. So first you're going to need two modular routers, and these guys are pretty easy to make. It's just one of these blank modules, real simple to make. You get 6 of those for this stuff, and then 4 of these modular routers for some iron bars, some iron, and one of those blank modules. Then you're going to need 18 of these speed upgrades from modular routers, again real simple to make, plus a blank upgrade like so. And now to some of the more expensive things. We have the sender module Mark III from modular routers, so you're going to need an ender chest, some end stone, sender module Mark II, which is just a sender module Mark I, and a ender pill. And the sender Mark I module is a blank module with a piston or a bow and arrow. Then you're going to need yourself a puller module Mark II, and this is just a puller module Mark I with an ender pill, and the puller module Mark I is just a blank module and a sticky piston. And then finally you're going to need 2 of these player modules, so you're also going to need one of these player and one of these senders per one of these player modules, so you're going to need a total of 3 of each of these. Then you're going to need yourself a diamond helmet and a diamond chest plate for each one of these, and a wither skull. So a little bit expensive, but this is probably one of the most important modules in the whole thing, because it's what equips and unequips the armor from the player. So we're going to need some stuff also from laser IO, and we're going to need one of these laser nodes, which is just some iron, some glass panes, a laser connector, which is just some of this stuff, and a logic chip, which is just made like so with a block of quartz in the center. Then you're going to need 2 of these item cards like so. These are real simple to make, just with one of these logic chips. Again, with the redstone card, just redstone there instead of lapis. And then you're going to need 8 of these overclocker cards. These basically speed up these item cards. And just a few more things, you're going to need yourself 2 of these sequencers from RF Tools Utility, just some redstone torches, some redstone, a machine base. Then you're going to need one of these pulse extenders and 2 of these pulse repeaters from Create. So the pulse extenders just like so. The hardest thing is probably going to be getting the brass plate. This is just made from pressing a brass ingot, and brass ingots, you know, you can look through JEI on how to make these. There's quite a few different ways in this pack. And the final few things you're going to need is a redstone repeater, just a regular one, 3 redstone dust, some sort of block that you can send a signal through, and then also some way to activate it. So a pressure plate, I recommend an obsidian one. This stops anything but the player from being able to press the pressure plate. And these framed ones are great because, like you can see here, you can make it look like anything. It does have this weird like border, but still it looks a bit better than just an obsidian block there. Oh yes, and finally 2 chests. So first we're going to set up the bit that pulls off the armor from the player. So you're going to want to put down a modular router like so. It doesn't matter which way it's facing, and then a sequencer pointing into it, and then we're going to go with this sequencer. We're going to enable this slot, this slot, this slot, this slot, and this slot. You just enable these slots by left clicking on them, and then you just want to leave all of these settings exactly the same. Then with this player module from modular routers, you want to shift and right click to set the owner to me, so Forge 1. Then you want to set this guy up to go from the armor slot, so the chest plate here, from player to router, and that's pretty much everything you need to set in this player module. And then you just chuck this guy in here, and you'll see he does actually take the boots off me straight away. And you want to set this guy here to pulsed the modular router itself, and now you'll see the modular router is no longer taking my armor off me. And now from this modular router we're going to send into this chest here with this sender module Mark III. We just shift and right click to set it to this location, and then put it in here. So now it'll take the armor off me and then send it to the chest there. That's also why this thing pulses 5 times. It's so that the armor is all put into this chest over here. So now we're going to set up a bit of a filtering system here using this laser from laser IO. And the reason I'm not just pulling with this puller from this chest here is just so that the armor doesn't get mixed up while you are switching it. So this laser IO node here is going to pull the items out, and it's going to put them into this chest, but only when a pulse comes in from this redstone card here. So this will come through, this pulse extender will send a pulse through, allowing the armor in this chest to move from this chest, but only after it's all been moved over to this guy over here and equipped onto the player. So it stops the netherite and the diamond armor basically getting mixed up. So we're going to put the laser node there, the chest there. We're going to need this item card here, and we're just going to insert one of these card overclockers. We don't need to change anything else for the guy on this side, and this one's going to be going into this chest here. And then we're going to take the other item card and we're going to set it to extract. Then we're going to put these card overclockers on here, and then you can right click to decrease this speed, and we're going to get this all the way down to 1, and if you shift you can decrease it even quicker. And then we're going to want to set this to high like like so, and insert this guy into here. Then we just want this redstone card, leave it as it is, and we're just going to put it coming out of this guy like so. So now let's set up the input. We're just going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to come out of this guy here with a regular redstone repeater and set that to the first tick thing here, so we got a delay of 2. Then we're going to have our block here that just sends the power through, so this is just splitting the power going both ways, as you can see. Then we're going to have another pulse repeater facing this way, and this guy is going to be on 12 ticks, so you just hold right click on this middle section here and you can just drag the wheel across, and we're going up to 12 ticks there. And then we're going to want a pulse extender again facing into there, and we're just going to hold right click down here and set this to 8 ticks like so. But now let's put in this side, so we need ourselves a repeater going this way, and this guy is going to be on 6 ticks like so. Then we're going to have a sequencer facing this way, and this is going to be exactly the same as the other sequencer, so all 5 of these enabled and the rest of this left the same. And then finally we're going to need ourselves the modular router on the end, and again make sure this guy is set to pulsed, and we're going to need to shift right click the player module again to set it to me. And then we grab the puller module, we shift right click on this chest over here, this will pull now from this chest here, and we stick it in there like so. We also need to get the speed upgrades in here. Then we need to access this player module like so, and we're going to go from the router to the player this time. We're going to make sure it's going into the armor slots like so, and then there's nothing else you need to do with this module, and we'll stick it in there. Oh, and some of you might call it, I forgot to add in the speed upgrades to this modular router over here. And if you wanted this thing to actually swap your armor straight away, you'd actually put the armor in this chest here, so I could put the netherite like so in here. And now if we run across this pressure plate, you'll see it now swaps me to the netherite. But if I also have no armor on, you can see I can run across this here and it'll actually equip it for me. And then if I run across it again, it'll actually unequip it for me. So this is also an unequipper and equipper as well as a swapper. So it's pretty cool design, and I'm really happy with it, to be honest with you. Okay guys, I think that is about everything I wanted to cover in today's video. I hope you guys did follow along easy enough, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you haven't, be sure to check out my modded let's play that's currently going on right now. I am playing All the Mods 9. But yeah, anyway, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.